I'm just coming from a bilateral meeting with President Biden. It was a very good meeting, very constructive. We discussed a lot of topics. I want to emphasize 4 different topics here. The first topic we discussed is the Inflation Reduction Act. And indeed, we welcome the Inflation Reduction Act because it is a massive investment in the green transition, moving towards a net zero economy. It is mirrored by the Green Deal industrial plan in the European Union. A few weeks ago, we had already an agreement concerning electric vehicles accessing the American market. Today, we agreed that we will work on critical raw materials that have been sourced or processed in the European Union and to give them the access to the American market as if they were sourced in the American market. We will work on an agreement what that is concerned. And the third point is that we agreed on a transparency dialogue concerning the incentives that are given to the clean tech industry. For us, it's important on both sides of the Atlantic to know what kind of incentives are being given to the clean tech industry, to make sure that we join forces to boost the clean tech industry that is crucial and paramount for reaching a circular economy, a net zero economy. The second topic I want to mention is Russia's atrocious war in Ukraine. Of course, we have extensively discussed that, starting with the financial budget support that the European Union is giving 18 billion during this year, 1.5 billion per month to Ukraine, but also discussing the way we are caring for 4 million refugees from Ukraine in the European Union. A strong focus was on the question of sanctions. As you know, we have issued 10 biting packages of sanctions. Here now the focus is on enforcement and on preventing circumvention. This is a topic that is for us very important. And of course, the overarching message is we will stand by Ukraine for as long as it takes. The third topic that we've been discussing is economic security, also in preparation of the G7 leaders meeting in Hiroshima with the Japanese presidency. And last but certainly not least, we've discussed the topic of people-to-people connection between the European Union and the United States. As we know, the best foundation for a long-lasting partnership and deep friendship are the people themselves. The more young people, students, academics, are crossing the Atlantic and being on the other side of the Atlantic, the better the relationship between the European Union and the United States, also for decades to come. Here we want to emphasize on the experience we have with the Fulbright stipends and with Erasmus on the European side, how we can step up this topic and improve that topic. Yes, we have agreed that we will start work now with a clear goal. The goal is to have an agreement on critical raw materials that have been sourced or processed in the European Union, that these strategic supply chains are able to access the American market as if they had been sourced in the United States. So also access to all the necessary benefits from the United States.
What do you make of the U.S. warnings that China is clearing out of Russia?
Can you be a little bit?
What do you make of the U.S. warnings that China is considering out of Russia?
I think this is a bilateral matter of the respective countries.
Did you get any guarantees that something like the IRA, or this time the European Union is left out, won't happen again?
I think for us it's very important that on this topic we join forces because it is crucial for our future, for fighting climate change and limiting global warming. So for us was and is important that we join forces, that we are complementary, that we boost the respective clean tech industry on both sides. And I think this we achieve now, also with the 3 steps: electric vehicles, access to the American market, the critical raw materials, strengthen the supply chains, and the transparency dialogue on incentives on both sides of the Atlantic. We touched upon the topic briefly indeed. It is very important that the Serbia-Kosovo dialogue continues. It is not easy. There are still a lot of issues to solve, but it's moving in the right direction, and full support from both our sides to that dialogue. There's a good plan on the table. There is a roadmap how to get there. So we expect and hope that both will be very constructive.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.